how long can the Pittsburgh D drag the offense to victories? When does this stop?
No, yeah, okay. Well, I'm trying to think of who's like our because there's another team I'm like blanking out right now where they're in that exact same boat as the Steelers. Well, actually, no, I'm not, because that team right now, the thing is, it won't be like this for long. It's the Jets. But the difference between the two is, yes, exactly. The Jets have the lights at the end of the tunnel already. With the Steelers, I mean, yeah, genuinely. Look, let's call it for what it is, because I'm done playing games with it. I'm just going to call it for what it is. It's a fact. It's not it's let's stop playing. Let's stop tiptoeing around this subject. Yes, Matt Canada is a terrible offensive coordinator. However, on top of it, oh my God, I'm ready. Here comes the hate. Kenny Pickett's not playing very good. And Kenny Pickett's not showing any major flashes. And Kenny Pickett doesn't look like he's the guy that's going to take them to the fucking promised land. Oh, shoot me. Oh, fucking call me a dick. Call me. I don't care. I'm tired of playing this game because that's with we know it. Look, the Steelers offense fucking sucks. But on top of that, Kenny Pickett is not elevating it at all. So it's the worst combination possible. Like, yeah, you can only blame an offense for being shitty for so long. I'll use the Texans as my example here. If you didn't have CJ back there, it would not look like it does right now. Like, yes, is CJ much better, and is the Texans offense much better than the Steelers? Yes, but the point I'm making still is trying to stand regardless, is that you have a guy who will elevate people if they elevate people. That's not Kenny, clearly. It's just not, until the fourth quarter comes around. So why I'm getting so frustrated with that is because you have Steelers fans that are trying to act like it's all Matt Canada's doing. It's not. Like, you guys could bring in a new offensive coordinator tomorrow. Promise you that Kenny's not going to start looking like the all-pro that everyone seems to think. It's like, I don't know what we're doing here.
That's one of the main arguments with, like, Justin. Oh, like,
that's why I'm, like, secretly, subconsciously so mad about it, too, like, is I'm taking it out on the Bears fans.
You can't, like, wait for the perfect situation, because the perfect situation is never going to come. Like, that's just the reality. So my thing with Kenny Pickett is, he's just simply not playing good enough to, like, warrant this, like, protection. Like, if he was putting up, like, 270, 280-yard games, like, bro has 6 touchdowns this year. Like, 6 touchdowns in 10, or he's played 9 games. Like, garbage.
Okay, so this is what I've really been thinking recently, because I'm just gonna use this example forever. I will, because it's objectively a fact. I'll use Brady right in that Tampa Bay era, right after Bruce Arians left. He retired, and you could see, look, Brady wouldn't be happy with the offense a lot of the time. He'd be like, "This is garbage. The product we're playing is garbage. We're not playing good enough to our standard." But guess what? He was still out there throwing for like 300 yards a week. He was still out there getting multiple touchdowns. Like, the excuses, you can acknowledge it's trash when you're maximizing it, and it still is trash. If you're trash on top of the fact that it's trash, there's really not any room for me to sympathize with you.
I think a good thing too, like, that we can look at as well. I mean, like, it doesn't really work this week because Najee had a good week, but, like, they were feeding Najee the ball over and over and over and over again. It wasn't working. Then they try Jaylen Warren basically at RB1, and it works. Like, maybe he's just not the guy. Like, if anything, just look at your running backs. Like, it is so true that, like, maybe the guy that's not performing well, regardless of the offensive coordinator, is just not good.
That's what that call it for what it is too. Let's just call it for what it is. I didn't even think about it like this till you said it. Maybe, just maybe, are the Steelers riding a little bit too much on how much that they had valued these guys in the draft instead of just accepting that the value they are getting is not what they spent on them? It's like if I'm behind the scenes with them, these guys are like, "No, I spent a first round pick on those motherfuckers. Like, use them." It's like, but they're not first round talent.
Right?
Like, it doesn't matter. It do not matter. It's like how the Bills drafted a 6th round corner, and the 1st round corner, and the 6th round corner sees the field way more than the 1st round corner. It does not matter. You play who you got value out of. Jaylen Warren does not matter the value that you spent on him. He plays with better value than Najee. Call us fucking crazy.
I mean, also, like, just to keep going on the Steelers offense, like, George Pickens just being super limited in the pass game, like, not doing much, whether that has to do with him, whether it has to do with Matt Canada, whether that has to do with Kenny Pickett. It's just like this offense outside of the run game, not to even say the run game is good, like, it just sucks.
And I'll say that's another note I had. Let's call it for what that. We're calling so much for what it is right now. When you only have 3 receptions, 45 yards, if those are the numbers, right? 3 or 45, and you're the team's leading receiver and leading receptionist, garbage.
I mean, no one had more than 4 targets for the Steelers.
Garbage. And I have no affiliation to Steelers, and it's making me mad. That's how you know you're really fucking up as a team, when I can sit here and get mad and I have no affiliation.
Well, that's the thing too, is like going to the other side of the ball. I mean, like, you were like the main thing is like the Steelers defense is dragging them to wins, which basically did happen this game, and they did so with only having one sack. Going to the Packers offense, like Jordan Love didn't even play that great, and they won the game. And it's like, but Jordan Love at least did enough to win them, or not to win them, to get them in a position to win the game. Like at the end of the day, the Packers run D let up 200 yards on the ground. Like that just can't happen.
Well, okay, like that's the thing. So number one, with Jordan Love, I think if you're looking at this game from the perspective of like, did Jordan Love sell the game? No, not necessarily. But on top of it, he did throw the interceptions, I feel like, at the end that solidified them like, all right, we're taking this L, because that's where the issue came into place. Is like the Packers definitely had potential to win this game multiple times. The 2 interceptions at the end of the game, critical. The one in the corner of the end zone, and then there's one in the last play where the one in the last play, it is what it is. Last play of the game is bound to happen. That was kind of just like, it was your last play of the game is going to be last play of the game. Sometimes it is what it is. The receiver communication not going to be what it was. But the bottom line I'm trying to make is when you got 2 shots to win the game and you throw 2 turnovers, it's going to rub your fan base the wrong way. It's going to rub everyone the wrong way. But there's so many problems too, where it's like the Packers offense and Steelers offense at this point, they might as well be, you know me, my shaking hand emoji. They're like the shaking hand emoji. I mean, minus the fact that I do feel like I have much more faith in the upside of Jordan Love, at least versus upside of Kenny. It's like, I'm sorry, call me a hater. It's just, I don't see it the same at all. It's just, I don't. And weird day too, where the Packers, like AJ Dillon completely outplayed Aaron Jones. But then also I know, and we have to discuss it, what has Christian Watson been on?
Garbage,
like
shit.
Like I don't know if I've seen a quicker, like, well, I have, I'm sure. I mean, I'm just saying this like recency bias moment, but I'll say it like this. I can't think of one in recent time more where I went from being like, wow, like that guy really looks like he could be future All-Pro talent, to like, no, fuck that, I jumped the gun. My bad, guys, my bad. Like that's definitely like Christian Watson for sure.
Yeah, no, I mean, at the end of the day, like the Packers offense has a lot more upside, but Christian Watson, it almost feels like this year just needs to be a wash. Like damn near chalk it up to an L and get ready for next year, because you are supposed to be the number 1 receiver in this super young, inexperienced offense. And you're being outperformed by like Jaden Reed and Romeo Doubs, which Romeo Doubs had hype, and Jaden Reed has been great as a rookie. Well, I want to say great.
There goes my alarms.
Good
my
as
signature.
a rookie. It's just this wide receiver room, in my opinion, is really thin when you take Watson out in terms of impact.
Well, so what I wanted to pivot to is, no, absolutely. That's what's funny is, you know, and I'll say it like this. I mean, you know, especially I'm a high school alumni with the man. I knew that it's like you got some bias towards him. I'll say, like, regardless though, I kind of had a feeling some way, somehow this was going to happen, where Jaden was going to come in and end up being like the more productive receiver than almost everyone in there. And he could really be that number 1 receiver quickly out of the slot, however they want to use him, because that's just how he is. But I didn't think that on top of Jaden producing how he is, and for a rookie, that
it would affect Watson.
That Watson was just going to completely shit the bed. And with Romeo, yes, you get flashes and you get really good catches from him. I'm not going to sit here and debate that. He does have like splash plays pretty much every week, but there's just not a lot of them. You have like one really good catch, and then it'll be like, where's the chemistry? Right. Where is the consistent? There's no consistency between him and Jordan Love. You'll have one splash play where you're like, oh my God, what a connection they have. And then they will not be one of them for the next week. It's like, you can't really build much on that.